Hi everyone, welcome to the Climate-Launchpad Global Final 2021. My name is Lisette Wellens and I'll be your host for the coming days. I am super excited to see so many green innovations and I can't wait to watch all the pitches. I'm sure you guys also can't wait to get started, but before we dive into the semi-finals, I'd like to tell you something more in advance. As you know, you're going to pitch against each other on the international stage of the Global Final. It takes part in two stages. We have the semi-finals today and the grand final on Friday. Only 16 teams will make it to that grand final and tomorrow we know who. How do we select the top 16 winners? All pitches are divided in 7 different topics, green topics. The top 2 of each of those topics will enter the grand final. That leaves 2 spots in the top 16 and those will be filled with 2 wildcards for teams that made an exceptional impression on the jury. The overall winner receives €10,000, the runner-up gets €5,000 and the ID that comes in third place wins €2,500. And the entire top 16 wins direct access to the Climate-Launchpad Accelerator program. But winning is overrated. The real prize is that you get to build your business and find a customer that's willing to pay for your product. Climate-Launchpad helps you just do that. Now, let's get this party started and let me begin by welcome the one and only woman leading Climate-Launchpad to the stage, Emily Bronsing.
Hi,
welcome. Nice to see you.
Welcome. Nice. Hi. Welcome everybody here on the 8th edition of the Climate-Launchpad program this year. And a special welcome, of course, to all our entrepreneurs, the national leads, the trainers, of course, the moderators, and all the 28 jury members that will be involved today. Yeah, for selecting the best top 16.
Yeah.
So very excited.
Yeah, I have some questions for you. Let's start with something about the competition. What's it like this year?
This year we started the program in March, April. We received more than 2,150 applications in more than 55 countries.
Wow.
And out of those more or less 2,000 applications, we selected 900 teams that went through all the different boot camps, 2-day boot camps, and afterwards they received follow-up sessions. And afterwards we trained them for the national final. And there they needed to pitch. And the top 3 of each national final was selected for the regional final. And out of those 6 regional finals we had, we selected the best 70 teams. And those teams will pitch their ideas today.
Wow, it's a long way, and now they're here.
It's a very long way. Yeah, it's a very long way. So
very
we trained them well. So
yeah, well, I'm very curious. The pitches will start right away. Do you have a last piece of advice for the teams?
Yeah, that's more focused on the Q&A, I guess. Yeah, during the Q&A, yeah, my way, we train them well, so they know what to do. And I think, yeah, for them the best is to put all their energy and all their skills in it, and to wait a sec before they start answering the questions.
First think, then talk.
So, for example, yeah.
Okay. And what are the criteria that the jury is going to use?
The jury will take a look at, of course, market impact, but also the technical impact, the skills of the team, but also, of course, the climate impact and the social ones.
Yeah, there's a lot on stake. Well, yeah. I'm very, very curious how it will end up. Thank you, Emily Bronsing, for being here for now, and we'll see you back, well, very many more times during the coming days.
Yeah, thank you, and good luck for the entrepreneurs. Thanks.
Yeah, in a matter of moments now, all participating teams will go into their own pitching room by using a Zoom link. Teams, if you haven't done so already, please go into your rooms right now. And you will not be able to watch the pitches live today, but they will all be made available to watch on our website from tomorrow on. Also tomorrow is day 2 of our global final when we pick up this live stream at noon CEST. Former Climate-Launchpad participants will then tell their stories about, well, how did they get so successful, but also what didn't go that well during their journeys. Yeah, and it's very exciting because we will also announce the top 16 who get to pitch in the grand final on Friday. All right, enough said. Teams, are you ready for some serious pitching? Are the room bosses and moderators ready? And also members of the jury, are you ready? The Climate-Launchpad Global Final 2021 is now officially open. Good luck and break a leg.
If you can, please give our jury members a warm applause. They make the extra day off. Great, you're all here. Thank you so much. the way we would do it is I will certainly mention their name and then they will introduce themselves. So we have Björn, we have Vivian, we have Anna Maria, and we have Emmanuel as the jury members. And Björn, we in the pre-session, usually ladies first, but we wanted to do this in a structured way. So we go from the left to the right. So Björn, welcome. Thank you for being with us. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Ron. It's a pleasure to be here. I think it's my 5th year now as a jury member, so it's always a great honor to be here. I'm founder and CEO of a small brewery in Switzerland, so we make beer. Now it's a little bit too early in Switzerland for drinking beer, but I think later that day we can maybe cheers on that. And I'm running as well with a few other startups, ideas competition, and a program to supporting local startups in Switzerland. And so I'm quite involved in some other startups in my free time. Yeah, that's about it. I wish you all the best, all the startups. As Ron said in the beginning, it's already great that you made it to this semifinals. So all the best and good luck.
Thank you very much, Björn, and thank you for being with us. Vivian, your turn.
Hello, everyone. Good morning from Brazil. I'm Vivian. I started my career in the angel sector in Brazil. I worked in the Amazon and to look at the environmental issues of the region. I worked with conscious consumption, and now I'm working in the social enterprise and impact investment sector in Brazil. So I'm very honored to be here and inspired to listen to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivian. Are you dialing in from Brazil? What time is it in Brazil?
It's 7:30 around.
Yeah, see, that's how motivated our jury members are. Thank you for being with us. Okay, Anna Maria, welcome.
Hi. So the big applause goes now from me to you, the groups, the teams, the startups. And thank you for being here. I'm based in Budapest, in Hungary, so in Central Eastern Europe. And my story goes from waste management to industrial symbiosis to circular economy. And right now I'm engaged in the development of a zero carbon program for Hungary. That is launching services for businesses and also individuals in the carbon footprint calculation and reduction and offsetting areas. And good luck for every one of you.
Wow, thank you, Anna Maria. Who said you cannot have a lifetime career in environmental stuff, right? Impressive. Yeah. Thank you very much. Emmanuel.
Hello, everyone, and thank you, Ron, for the introduction. Welcome to everyone who is participating as a finalist. As Ron has said, I think you're already winners. My name is Emmanuel Etaderi. I'm the Executive Secretary of the Financial Center for Sustainability, Lagos, which is a part of the 35-nation UN-convened International Financial Centers for Sustainability that is headquartered in Geneva. So I run the Nigerian chapter of that international body, but also I'm an SVP with the FMDQ group, which is Africa's first vertically integrated financial market infrastructure. And I've also organized hackathons, SDG FinTech Hackathon, the first of its kind in Nigeria. And I'm deeply interested in how we can leverage the creative capabilities of youths to actually solve some of the most challenging climate change related problems and also the SDGs. So I'm happy to be a part of this session and I wish everyone the best of luck. Nice to meet a collection of people from all parts of the world. I hope we can carry this relationship beyond this time. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Emmanuel. So we don't only have startups from all over the world, we also have jury members from all over the world. How cool is that? I just love it. Okay, thank you very much. So startups, pay attention. The next slide is going to be important for you. Oh, by the way, my dear jury members, I wish you a lot of wisdom, right? And a lot of discernment. I've seen the pitches yesterday. It's not going to be easy because they're all good. Yeah, thank you for being with us. We'll get to it later. So this slide that comes up next is important for the startups. I don't know if you already know what the order today is going to be. If not, well, here it is. Okay, so feel free to make a screenshot or something like that. So this is the order of pitching and Q&A today. So we'll start with GreenPod Labs right after this. So start preparing for your Q&A, please. And I will check if you're ready, since you're the first one. Then the number 2 is SMoJEVA. I always pronounce the name wrong, from Vietnam. Then we have Azolla Projects. Then we have Bear Native. Then we have Rescue Labs. Then we have Vacaca. Then we have GoBeyond. Then we have VERDE. Then we have WorldTech Consult. Then we have Entomo Farm. And then we have AgriLife Limited. Okay, this is going to be the order of today. And again, as said, I know that some of you might be nervous. You don't have to be nervous because you are already a hero, but hey, okay, I can understand. So this is the order of today. And so again, repeating, each time that there will be the 5-minute video will be uploaded. And then after that, you are live in the Q&A with the jury members. Is that okay? And so I wish all the startups good luck today with fixing climate change, one startup at a time. That's what we're all doing here. And yeah, let's start. And so the first startup, which is going to be GreenPod Labs. I'm not sure if I can see it. I'm looking at the room boss, Frans de Rooij. But GreenPod Labs, I'm going to shortly start the video. Are you ready for the Q&A after the video? Give us a thumbs in the screen so our room boss can see it. Okay?
Yes, Ron, I'm here.
Okay, thank you very much. When I have the slides uploaded, I'm not necessarily seeing the entire audience. And that's why I'm sometimes asking questions to the room boss. Okay, so I'm gonna start the video now. Rens, room boss, please interrupt me if for some reason that I couldn't think of, either the sound quality or the video is not okay. I checked everything yesterday. We tried it out on Zoom. It all worked perfect, but you never know. So Rens, do you hear me?
Yes.
If that's not okay, please interrupt and we'll restart the video, okay?
Sure.
Yeah? Okay, we're gonna kick off. Success, everybody. Introducing GreenPod Labs. Give them a warm applause. Thank you very much. Yay.
Hello, everyone. This is Deepak Rajmohan from GreenPod Labs. We are developing sustainable solutions to reduce food wastage and food losses. Our deal is we have developed an active packaging sachet similar to the one what I hold to help extend the shelf life of fruits and vegetables for retailers and e-commerce players. We sell the product for about 55 cents for 20 kg capacity. Our beachhead market is e-commerce players. In India, the e-commerce segment has been growing year on year for the last 5 to 7 years. And then they've gone deeper into fruits and vegetables segment, which is very interesting for us. We look at our potential of achieving about 400 million revenue through e-commerce players by end of 2030. And then on top of that, we also see another segment of customers like on the fresh produce exporters. That segment is also growing year on year. We see a potential of achieving about 270 million revenue through fresh produce exporters from India. The customer value proposition is pretty straightforward. By helping our customers retain more quality and extend the shelf life, we can help them earn more economic value. For 1 ton of crop for a customer, we can help them achieve $500 more of economic value than if they don't use our product. The product what we have built is a patented active packaging sachet, which activates a defense mechanism within the fruit and vegetable to slow down the ripening rate and prevent any microbial growth. A competitive advantage is like our patented technology uses all plant extracts and bioactives to activate this defense mechanism, which helps us be targeted for each crop. And then that yields in highest amount of shelf life extension compared to all our competitors. which we are able to achieve at the room temperatures in India, which is about 35 degrees Celsius. Our customer discovery journey was very key for us to develop the product in more meaningful way. We asked questions like, do you currently do anything to extend the shelf life to farmers and e-commerce players? We also was trying to understand what are the opportunities they see if by extending the shelf life by 30%. How do they manage price surge? And then we were trying to understand what's the economic value they perceive to gain by controlling the wastage. We got several key insights which were very instrumental for our growth. We understood that the demand for high value crop for our product is more than a low value crop. And the value drivers are different for different customer segments. And we understood our product is a pull product rather than a push product. And the perceived potential economic gain is about 30% for the customers. The financial projected for 2024, the profits what we are aiming to achieve is about $2 million. And that is broken down into a product unit. What we are trying to sell is about 16 million. And then we are aiming to achieve about 15 cents of profits per product unit. And that will break it down for 800 customers. We'll sell about 20,000 units. And the key drivers, what will help us achieve these financials would be like being cost effective. And our product is very easy to adopt. And then it's extremely scalable. On top of that, we work with influencers and large volume customers, which helps us lower our CAC. And then we're serving high value crops, which is helping us achieve more margins. The climate impact with our product is, on average, we can cut down the greenhouse gas emission for 1 ton of food wastage by a factor of like 2,000 kgs of greenhouse gas emission. On average, without our product, currently 1 ton of food wastage is contributing about 2,500 kgs of greenhouse gas emission. By using a product, we can reduce that to 500 kgs of greenhouse gas emission. If we achieve our beachhead market by 2030, we can reduce 21 million tons of greenhouse gas emission in this world, which is pretty significant and that can be profound. And last and final, our founder's dream. Our dream is to create sustainable solutions to minimize food wastage and food losses. And we want to reduce the post-harvest losses by 50% by 2025 in India. And then by which we want to significantly increase the income of smallholder farmers in India. And then we want to achieve a valuation of about 100 million by 2025, which we feel will accelerate our growth moving forward. The team is built by myself and Vijay. I have a master's in food science and 7 years of research experience in food biotechnology and agriculture. Vijay has about 13 years of operation experience in various social impact fields. Put together, we are the right team and right skill set to build this company to solve the food waste problem moving forward. Thank you so much.
Yay, warm applause for GreenPod Labs. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you, GreenPod Labs. So I'm gonna upload the next slide. So now I'm gonna unshare my slides. Rens, please wait until I give you the sign because Rens is going to have a timer for 5 minutes of Q&A, but please not before I say so because I wanna do a few checks if that's okay. This is the first startup and it's not so easy for them, maybe. So Deepak, are you ready for the questions and answers?
Yes, I'm super excited. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Jury, are you ready for asking questions? Yeah. Rens, are you ready to put on the 5-minute timer?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Success. Please go ahead, Jury.
All right. Do you have any competition doing the same thing you're doing? Or is there in India, or are you the only one currently?
Yeah, great question. Currently in India, there's just one company called Keep It Fresh, who's developing ethylene absorbers. The science what we're developing is quite different from what they're doing. And all our customers, we're currently working with about 25 plus customers. All those customers have tested this product, but did not get any value from it because it's not targeted. They're just approaching one solution fits all, and that doesn't work for the Indian country. So there's just one company in India who's trying to work on this space. Globally, there's about 3 more companies who are working on this type of technology. But the science what we have is patented, and no one else is commercializing the science what we're using.
Okay, and it works.
Yes. So we've not only tested in lab conditions, we've also done testing at the market as well. So last 8 to 9 months, we've been running customer pilots. So we're working with about 25 plus customers. And then we've also done paid pilots with about 10 to 15 customers. We are moving towards commercialization. On average, we see 40 to 60% increase in shelf life at the customer level itself. And all done at ambient temperature in India, which is about 37 degrees Celsius. So it's the worst case scenario where our product works.
Thank you.
I'm interested in the climate impact. So you had a slide about climate impact, but it was only showing the difference between the greenhouse gas emission created by the food waste and if we are using your product. But are you also calculating on the production of your product? So do you have figures on that? Like what is your emission?
Yeah, great question. So we have done a short scale life cycle assessment, and particularly for the greenhouse gas emission, and that's where I've mentioned that by producing our product, there's still a 500 kg amount of like greenhouse gas emission release, even if we save that 1 kg of 1 ton of fresh produce. We have not done any assessment in terms of like water minimization and also the land minimization, which we see definitely there's an opportunity. Because if we can retain more quality, the overall demand is met with limited supply. So we won't be producing too much of fresh produce because like currently 40% is wasted. So the 40% won't be produced, and that would lower the water usage and land usage, which we have not quantified, but we definitely see an opportunity there as well. So currently what we have quantified is a greenhouse gas emission, and that's what I've mentioned. So I've included the production cost and the greenhouse gas emission throughout our supply chain, what will cost, and that's the 500 kgs of greenhouse gas emission for every ton of fresh produce what we save.
Okay, Emmanuel, you're raising your hand.
Thank you very much. My question is, what about the health and nutritional, the impact on the nutritional value of these products once you've extended their shelf life? Does it have an impact on their nutritional value and then on people's health systems? Because I know we're all looking at the climate effects and the greenhouse gases. What about the health angle? I cover the entire SDGs in my operations. I'm interested in what affects health a lot also.
Sure. Great question. So to start off, all our ingredients are edible plant extracts and plant polymers. So all our ingredients are edible, first point. It's also FDA GRAS certified. So FDA has generally recognized these. All our ingredients are FDA GRAS certified. On top of that, we've also done lab testing, third-party lab testing, to prove that there's zero residue of our product on the crop after our use. After 10 to 12 days of use, there's zero residue of our product. And then nutrition is not negatively impacted. So we've proven control samples without our product, and then product produced with our product. And then we've seen consistently there's a retention of more nutrients by use of product, because we have a slow reduction in ripening rate, so it's retaining more nutrition. So we've validated both, providing the right results for us. So it's not impacting the nutrition negatively, and there's zero residue of our product on the crop. So both validated.
Okay, I'm looking at the jury and I'm looking at Rance. Rance, I think we're just about in the time. It was 20 seconds we announced it, right? Yeah? Yes. Okay, thank you very much, GreenPod Labs. Give them a warm applause. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ron. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, while the jury is scoring, and I'm looking at the room, boss. Rance, we take about 2 minutes, right? Because they have seen it already. Yes. And so in the meantime, I am going to share the slides, and I would ask the next startup, SMoJEVA from Vietnam, to get ready. Is that okay? Tan, are you getting ready?
Yeah, I'm here. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So while the jury is scoring, you know the procedure, right? So I'm going to upload the slides. We're going to see your 5-minute video. And as GreenPod Labs did it as the first one, we follow exactly the same procedure. Everything clear?
Yes, it's okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Success. Rens, and then I'm looking at you to give the jury enough time to score. I leave that up to you while I have just uploaded this slide. Is that okay, Rens?
Yes.
Okay. A moment of silence in the global grand final while the jury is deliberating. Actually, for me as a moderator, it's the first time I experienced silence on Zoom. I actually like it. Shall we go meditating? No, just kidding. Rens, you will give the signs, right?
Yeah, I think we're ready to move on.
As is decided by the jury. Jury, are we ready to move on? Please feel free to say no if you're not. This is a serious task.
I am.
The jury members, are we ready to move on? Give us a sign, please. Rens, can you see all of them? Because when I have the slides up, I don't see all of everybody.
Ready to go. Ready to go.
Ready to go? Yeah. Thank you very much. So SMoJEVA, are you ready? Again, I'm first going to show the 5-minute pitch and then you're ready for Q&A. Is that okay?
Yes, I'm ready. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. All startups, everybody in the room, please give SMoJEVA a warm applause. Thank you for being with us. Yay, here they come.
Hi everyone, my name is Tans. I'm founder and CEO of SMoJEVA. You can see here the beautiful lychee harvest in Vietnam. Annually, we harvest about 300,000 tons of lychee in about 2 weeks. 90% are exported or consumed in the fresh form. If the fresh fruit cannot be sold in a short time, the quality will drop rapidly. The fruit can be then sold at a big discount or thrown away. It is not just with lychee, it's happened to every fruit in Vietnam. A bountiful harvest is always associated with worries of the farmers. Yes, that's ironic. The lack of appropriate food processing technology causes Vietnam to lose hundreds of millions of euros every year. To solve that issue, SMoJEVA is here with a smart and mobile food processing. SMoJEVA sell or rent out food processing station. We provide on-site and on-demand processing service. Our customer don't have to invest a huge amount of money on the machine, but still have the chance to use high-end technology on their demand. The renting basis can be weekly, monthly, or annually. Our biggest market is the global gap and the organic food production in Vietnam. This market is featured with a small farm and scatters cultivation throughout the country. So how exactly the customer can be served by SMoJEVA service? We bring a fruit processing plant on the road to the customer. With our SMoJEVA system, more than 80% of energy can be saved. Also, the processing is zero waste because most of the parts of the fruit can be processed into different products. Our SMoJEVA include the GEVA, the world's first commercial mobile juice evaporation machine. For using our service, the customer can book over the internet. Once we receive the renting request, Our booking system will offer an optimized schedule. After the station be transported to the customer site, it takes only 15 minutes to start up the processing on site. A SMoJEVA station can process up to 20 tons fruit per day. This capacity suits perfectly to the small and medium plantation in Vietnam. The heart of SMoJEVA is GreenPod technology. This helps to process fruit 100% naturally. The technology has received Best Innovation Awards in 2020 from the HTC Global Foundation. Interview with the potential customer has revealed that the customer do appreciate diverse renting options, small-scale demand approach, the significant energy savings, multi and high-quality product feature, because it will help them to deal with the seasonal issue of fruit harvest and the small-scale production. Our target is to reach about 20% of the big hedge market in year 5. It is equivalent to 44 SMoJEVA stations. An annual profit of about 26.5 million euro can be reached in year 5. With the 30% of the beach hedge market, our customer can save more than 3 million kilowatt-hours and more than 10 million kilometers of transportation a year. Our customer can also have more than 300,000 tons food waste for anaerobic digestion on site to produce energy and compost for their farm. Also, ecosystem of 11,000 hectare horticulture area can be protected. In total, SMoJEVA can save about 113,000 tons CO2 emission every year. Our team comprises of 5 core members. I myself is a scientist and a first-time entrepreneur. Dr. Zambaba from Austria is the co-author of the GreenPod technology. Other team members are highly qualified technical and business people. We dream that with SMoJEVA, we can help millions of farmers to gain safer harvest and healthy life, to achieve 30 million euro profits in year 5, to make SMoJEVA technology spread out globally. We want to help millions of families in their farming, hence make positive impact on climate change. Thank you very much for your attention.
SMoJEVA, please give SMoJEVA a warm applause. Thank you very much. Okay, same procedure. I'm going to go to the next slide. Thank you, SMoJEVA. Then we have the question and answers. Now I'm going to unshare my slides. Just want this to be clear to everybody. Stop sharing. And so, again, my questions. Dear Tan, are you ready for the Q&A?
Yeah, I'm ready. Thank you.
Yeah. Dear jury members, are you ready for the Q&A?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Arumbos, Rens, are you ready for timing?
Yes.
Thank you. Please go ahead, jury. Jury, any questions?
All right, then I go first again. What makes your technology unique? As I understood it correctly, it's like a mobile plant. You go from farm to farm, and you make out of the fruit, you make juice, and then you're bottling as well, or what are you doing? And then, but what makes it unique? Can I just not?
Our unique selling point is the mobile and smart. Why is we do not only press the juice and bottling, but we also concentrate it. Yeah. This is the first one, even in the commercial evaporation station. Evaporation technology normally should be in the big, huge plant and cannot be moved. Yeah, and our GreenPod technology make it happen that it will be mobile, and we have diverse product from that. Yeah, yeah. And that is the unique selling point, the mobile and smart. And also we can save about 80% energy comparison with the conventional technology.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Emmanuel, you're raising your hand.
Yes, thank you.
Ron.
Ron, moderator, thank you to the presenter. My question is, this is your pitching to the global markets. Is this technology easily transferable to other markets? Are you willing to expand your product if successful to other markets? How adaptable? Thank you.
Thank you very much for the question. Yes, our concept is smart and mobile. Then we have a concept that we develop the processing fruit in a sharing basis. So that means it's very flexible to transfer. We want to build such a model like a Uber in fruit processing. Yeah. So it's very easy to transfer to the other country on our region. Yeah, this is the nature of our motivation. Yeah.
I was wondering how you can overcome the seasonality of the need for this technology.
Thank you, very interesting question, because that's right. Normally, we process the fruit. We have to invest a huge machine and wait for the harvest. Yeah, and now our machine is mobile. That means I rent out the system to the different customer, so that I can. My customer is the farmer or the cooperative can overcome the season issue of the food processing with our concept. That means I can go here and there, depend on the need of the customer as a farmer and the small company.
So can you adapt it to different fruits and vegetables?
Yes. So this multi-fruit. That means they can go here to process ananas and there to bananas or dragon fruit and so on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it can be used year long.
Yeah, multi-fruit and multi-product from one fruit. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
And hi, Tan. I would like to understand a little bit more about your social impact.
Yeah. This originates from our motivation. So you see already in the food scene that the farmer in Vietnam, they have a very now they produce the harvest. They work the whole years, but then due to the lack of processing technology, so they have to sell it fresh. And the fish, that means it's very short time, and they have to sell a huge amount of fruit. Yeah. So with my technology, the farmer can ensure the income, because they can have the value added product from their harvest. So the farmers will can be secure about the income. Yeah.
We have 15 seconds left. One quick question, jury.
Is the technology patented?
Yeah, the patent is pending. We are filing in Vietnam 6 application, and we announced we public PCT already in 2018.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Rens, I'm looking at you. I think the time's up, right?
Yes, the time's up.
Yeah. Okay, Tan from SMoJEVA, give her a warm applause. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, same procedure. While the jury is scoring, I'm going to upload the slides, and I'm asking Azolla Projects to get ready. Okay, Azolla Projects, are you there? Azolla? Orson? Are you here? Do you hear me? Yeah, okay. So first the video, you know the procedure by now, eh? Okay. So I'm gonna share. While the jury is scoring, Rens, can you see the slide well?
Yes.
Okay. So again, I'm repeating. So if there's any glitches in noise and or in sound and or visualization, please let me know, okay?
Yeah, will do.
We want the startups to shine here. I think, Rens, I have an idea for the global final next year. We should probably have this little music while the jury is scoring that you usually hear in hotel elevators or something like that, right?
Yes. Or waiting on the phone line.
Yeah. Yeah. Check the screen. Rens, are you also keeping track of the time that the jury is scoring? I think we were instructed that it's about 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jury members, please
maybe Ron, you can ask after 1 minute if we are ready or something, because otherwise.
Yeah, that's okay, because yeah. So thank you for doing. I was just thinking that. So is the jury ready already? Yeah, with scoring, please let me know. Can we go to the next startup? Yeah. So yeah, so I'm learning here too. It's my first digital moderating session. So thank you for that, Björn. So please, jury members, if you're ready scoring, give a thumbs in the screen. I think that's the best, because then we can proceed. If you have the thumbs, then we can proceed. Is that okay? Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, here we go. Azolla Projects. Are you ready to upload the video and the Q&A?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great. And to our audience, please give Azolla Projects a warm applause for being with us in the Global Grand Final. Thank you very much. Okay, here they come.
Hi everyone, my name is Orson Acosta and I'm the CEO of Azolla Projects. Let me introduce two terms. First one, emissions market, where companies or governments pay for offsetting their CO2 emissions. Second one, regenerative agriculture, agricultural practices that sequester CO2 in the soil, having many other positive impacts. Using new monitoring technology for the carbon capture and artificial intelligence, we connect the regenerative agriculture that mitigates climate change with responsible companies in need of offsetting their CO2 emissions. How it works? Well, farmers capture CO2 in the land implementing regenerative practices thanks to a roadmap. We transform that carbon capture into carbon credits, which are sold per 50 euros to the companies. Companies get carbon neutrality and we pay back 30 euros per carbon credit to the farmers. The emissions market is huge. Siemens invested 1.5 million euros in carbon credits during 2019. Our beachhead market are arable croplands farms from Catalonia, Aragon and Castilla-León. Our plan is to expand our program to cover all Spain, include olive groves and vineyards, while entering to the mandatory market. Then we will jump to other countries. A barley farm with 500 hectares will have 23,000 euros extra profit each year just in carbon credit sales and 27,000 euros in savings. We will provide more economic stability and more profitability because of the savings and our counseling and a community in order to share experiences. In the land is going to be more water infiltration, more biodiversity and less erosion, and as a result it will bring a more resilient food production adapted to climate change impacts. For the companies, we give them the best value for their money. They offset their emissions, having social and environmental positive impacts locally, and they will get indicators for communication strategies. Our services are using artificial intelligence. We offer a farm baseline assessment and a roadmap to make the transition to a regenerative farming model. Then we make long-term agreements with the farmers that start implementing the regenerative practices. With our monitoring technology, we monitor the carbon capture, certify it, and trade the carbon credits, paying back the money to the farmers. Our best features are our innovative self-developed technology to monitor that will allow us to issue result-based emissions certificates, and the artificial intelligence will give us an scalable business model. After interviewing local farmers, we confirmed that 85% are struggling to get profit from the yields and that are really dependent on grants, and 65% are worried about climate change impacts. After meetings with heads of corporate social responsibility departments, all of them claim that being carbon neutral or even negative is really important, and 80% thinks that it's key to make positive impacts locally. About the financials, we believe the most important key driver is the market share, followed by customer profit and the market size. Continuing with the example of the barley farm, just adopting 2 of the practices that we propose will transform a source of emission into a carbon sink. With 50% of our beachhead market, we will save the equivalent emissions of planting 600 millions of trees. But it's not just about CO2 emissions. We will save 3 times the Spanish households' annual waters, and we will stop the erosion of more than 5,000 Olympic swimming pools filled with soils. There will be also positive effects on biodiversity, as well as in human health, job creation, and stopping rural depopulation. I will need 5 more minutes to explain you all the positive impacts. We are 3 co-founders, 1 internal advisor, and 3 external advisors. All of us with a really different background, but with a common dream: to transform the food production system to a regenerative model in 5 countries and to capture 1 gigaton of CO2 by 2030 and become a disruptive international company with a high economic assessment. Thank you very much. Help us to make true this dream and join us.
Thank you very much, Azolla Projects. Give them a warm applause. Thank you. Next slide. Thank you. And so the question and answers. Here's the same procedure. I'm going to stop sharing. Okay. Orson, are you ready for the Q&A?
Sure. Here I am.
Thank you. Jury members, are you ready for the questions?
Yes.
Thank you. Rens, are you ready for the timer?
Yes.
Thank you. Please proceed, jury. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can I ask one question about the price? You mentioned this 30 euros per carbon credit, which seems to be very high for me. Like, do you know the carbon credit prices?
Yeah. Well,
right now?
Actually, what's the price that the companies are going to buy? It's 50. It's higher than 30. 30 is what we give to the farmers. You know, we keep that 20 euros per carbon credit. Actually, in the regulated European market, the European Trading Scheme, it is at 60 euros. So it's higher than we are selling it. And it depends on the quality. I have seen projects that they sell their carbon credits. One that was last or the other year in ClimateLaunchpad, and they are selling at 600. So you can see credits that are at 2 or 3 euros, but they have no other positive impacts after these credits. So there is a huge variety of range on the carbon credits, and we are in a medium range. But if you compare what we are giving to the companies supporting these carbon credits, because we are going to give them indicators on biodiversity and on water footprint too. So I don't think it's a high price actually. And now we are cheaper than the European Trading Exchange. So.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Emmanuel, you're raising your hand.
Yes, thank you very much, Ron, and thank you to the presenter, Azolla. Yeah, my question is, again, my question stems from what the last jury member also said, but I'm looking at the aspects of standardization of the pricing mechanism for carbon credits. You said you're going to reach 5 countries. Are you aware of the status of those market in terms of the standards of the pricing? And I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, that the carbon pricing is still an issue that has not been finalized across different markets, and maybe to be one of the issues that we mentioned at COP. So what are your plans to, across those markets you want to reach, to find a way to ensure that you have some standardization so it doesn't affect your business?
Yeah, well, we are working with the most recognized standards for the voluntary carbon for the voluntary market. As you know, there is voluntary and regulated market. The regulated market in the European trading scheme, it's the price. It depends on demand, and everyone is saying that it's going to be higher and higher as Europe have a very ambitious politic climate, no? And in the voluntary market, it depends on the project developer. I mean, it means that it depends on us, you know. So I think we are planning to go first to Morocco, and then we would like to jump also to Latam. In these places, we can even put a lower price because we have more gross margin, you know, and we think with the time when we develop the monitoring technology and the artificial intelligence, we will have even more gross margin. So we will reduce our incomes or our margin and benefit, and we will give more money to the farmers. So they can make that transition.
Yeah. Björn.
How are you gonna?
Sorry, 1 second, Emmanuel. Yeah. Please do not forget to unraise your hand. It's a thing in Zoom, but it doesn't go away automatically. Yeah, thank you, Björn. Please go ahead.
Orson, how are you gonna catch the carbon? Like, I didn't understand like the technology behind it, or you just provide the service.
Well, what we do is we unblock the 2 main barriers that make the adoption of regenerative agriculture difficult. One is the lack of knowledge, and the other is the decreasing farm profitability. How we are going to capture the carbon? We don't make machines to capture the carbon. We believe in the power of nature to capture that. So it means that we capture the carbon, or the farmers capture the carbon in the soil. Also introducing practices of agroforestry, it means in the land. And we also reduce the emissions, not just about CO2, if not in oxide, nitrogen, in NO2, which is an important source of emissions. So there is reductions and also absorptions in the soil. But it is a question to restore the natural systems through the regenerative agriculture. So the technology is going to monitor that carbon, because actually you need lab analysis. Thank you.
Thank you.
Time is up.
Thank you. Vivian, were you raising your hand or asking?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I would like to understand about your competitors. The carbon market is growing around the world, and I would like to understand how innovative your solution compared with your competitors.
Yeah, well, thanks for the question, because it is a multi-market, so I can show everything. Our competitors now in Europe, the main competitors, it's Soil Capital and Indigo AG. Indigo is a unicorn coming from the US. They are basing their services without monitoring the actual carbon capture. What they make, Soil Capital, it's not making, it's not monitoring. I mean, it's not a result-based certificate. And Indigo, they are doing modeling. But when you make modeling in something like the carbon capture in the soils, you lose a lot of precisions. So we want to make result-based emission certificates. That's something new, and we are aligned with the European policy, because that's where we are going in carbon farming.
Thank you. Any more questions from the jury?
Well, we need to move on. I think the time is up.
Thank you, Rens. Okay, thank you very much, Azolla Projects. Also, give them a warm applause. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, same procedure. While the jury is scoring, and hopefully next year we have this little music. Please, jury members, give me a thumbs in the screen once you're ready. Right? And while I'm preparing for the next startup. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is that everybody? Does that include Emmanuel? I didn't see you. Is the jury already ready? That's nice.
I'm ready. I'm good. I'm good.
So thank you very much. So we can go. Rens, are you ready?
Yes.
Alrighty. So here's the next slide. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, the movie started too quick. So Bear Native, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, good. Jury members ready? Rens ready?
Yes.
Here's the movie. Here it comes.
Hello and welcome to Bear Native. To start, I'd like you to take a deep breath. Did you know that 50% of the oxygen you've just inhaled has been produced by phytoplankton, found in the 71% of water across our globe? Unfortunately, due to pollution, phytoplankton is under threat, which in turn is starving marine life. With around 70% of the human population living within 60 kilometres of the coastline, we depend on around 18 million tonnes of seafood to survive each year. Bear Native has developed a pioneering technique that works at repairing our water to restore food production whilst also sinking CO2. Our solution is a combination of nanonutrients that enhance diatom colonies, a type of phytoplankton that contain chlorophyll for photosynthesis within water bodies through bioremediation. We also have the potential to absorb 20 to 40 gigatons of atmospheric carbon per year. The average cost for this service and design is $50 a litre. Our full design and treatment package offers full training for local staff who will be able to sample, analyse, monitor and deploy our products, thus creating green jobs and a legacy product. We sell our product by the litre. 2 litres will treat 1 hectare of water and can take just a few hours to start working. We have already carried out successful trials at fish farms in Hubei province over the last 5 years. We have focused our beachhead markets in Hubei province that has around 100,000 hectares of aquaculture farms. We have established contacts in the fish farming industry and the local government who control permits to operate within Hubei province. Over the past 5 years, we have seen that our natural treatment outperforms competitors, and the average cost of our solution is 80% lower per hectare. We create a profit of an average 76% more for the customer versus the conventional product. Because diatoms photosynthesize and remove CO2, we can offset parts of the fish farm's carbon footprint. We take samples of the water that go to our lab in Turin for analysing. We identify the pollutants in the water, produce the nanonutrient, treat the water body, and monitor the improving water quality. Our nanonutrient includes waste oyster shells and is safe for all aquatic environments. Our solution shows 100% success rate in China and America. Our strategic alliances are Turin Polytechnic University, Cambridge Climate Repair, and Canterbury Christchurch University. We have an innovative approach. We're first in the market, can demonstrate regenerative practices, plus augment natural carbon sequestration. We already have 40 established contacts in China and Indonesia who are looking to use our nanonutrients on their fish farms. We have approached a number of fish farmers that are experiencing an increasing number of fish kills. We prevent fish kills for the farmer so he can grow and sell more healthy fish. They will then earn more money and receive much more profit, whilst also cleaning water and absorbing atmospheric carbon. We have made calculations based on our beachhead market, where there is 100,000 hectares of fish farms. We have targets of achieving 10% of this market base, and based on this market, we would produce a profit of $46.7 million. Whilst there is no direct competitor to Bare Native, conventional products on the market show that they do not sequester carbon whilst producing cleaner waterways. We can expect to absorb 20 tonnes of CO2 per hectare per year. Our nearest competitor of the removal of atmospheric CO2 costs $600 to remove 1 tonne. Our solution is 95% cheaper at a cost of just $25 per tonne. Our climate impact will reduce the reliance for power stations, which in China are still using fossil fuels. We are proud to be a carbon negative company. We have a very experienced team of climate change scientists, engineers, and environmentalists who are working together to make us a leading competitive water treatment and a leading CO2 capture organisation. Our dream is to repair water and create safe fish for food, deliver affordable CO2 sequestration, to achieve $50 billion in turnover by 2030 and absorb 30 to 40 gigatons of CO2 per year by 2030. We really look forward to answering your questions. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Bare Native. Please give Bare Native a warm applause. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Then we're getting ready for the Q&A again, so I'll stop sharing, same procedures. Question to Bare Native, are you ready for the Q&A? Where are you?
I certainly am. Far away, please.
Ah, there you are. Hello, Shane. Welcome. Jury members, are you ready for the questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Rens, are you ready with the timer?
Yes.
Thank you. Please proceed.
Thank you for the very exciting presentation. I was wondering whether there is a very easy technique to do the samples, or how are you doing that? Because if I understood correctly, this is the first step of your service.
Yeah, so what we do is we go to we're called in by anyone really who's having problems with their with the water quality or fish kills. We started off in China. We take a sample of the water, see what nutrients are in the water, see what the oxygen levels are in the water, and that's done in the lab. And from there, we're able to work out a treatment plan using the nutrients to increase the local diatom population. By increasing the local diatom population, diatoms will take in CO2. And as a result of that, taking the CO2, they go photosynthesize, they give out oxygen. That dissolved oxygen then goes into the water. That dissolved oxygen is then used by the microorganisms to break down the pollutants in the water. So what we get is a better water quality and increased dissolved oxygen level. What we found when we first went to Wuhan, actually, was the oxygen levels were too low for the fish to survive. So when we had periods of runoff from a local building site, for instance, we'd have pollutants get into the water, and obviously the organisms would take over, the fish would start dying. And when we were able to look at what those nutrients were needed to grow the diatoms to increase the dissolved oxygen levels, the fish then started to actually survive and start becoming healthier. So then when we took charge of that, we were able to increase stocking rates because we could control the oxygen level in the water. We were able to stock more fish. There was more fish for the farmer to sell on. The other benefit for it was that if the oxygen is there, the rest of the ecosystem in that lake or river or pond starts to increase. So it's a natural purifier. It's been around for millennia, but as my colleague said, the diatom's under pressure from man, and what we're doing is we're enhancing something that's already naturally there and would have been a natural purifier anyway. When we can, by using different ratios, we're able to monitor how much CO2 a square meter of lake or ocean was sequestered within that, and that's where we work with Cambridge University.
Yeah.
Um,
Can we go to the next question?
Yeah.
Yeah, Anna Maria. Okay, Björn, please.
Shane, it sounds like you found the holy grail for fishermen farming. So, what holds you back on selling it? Because it looks like everything on the market is crap, and you found it. So
we've researched it for a number of years. We started off in China. I was invited out by the Prime Minister at the time from here, David Cameron, to go and give a talk in China, in Beijing, which I did. And it was adopted at one of the farms. We started on one of the farms. And my background is very large scale renewable energy systems. And we've just designed and gone on with the product from there. But very much we felt that there were so many gatekeepers that we couldn't get past, that would still go back to old methods. And it was getting to being able to show. So we've done a number of pilot projects now, which I can show you, but no time to do that in China. And then we had COVID come along, and we were supposed to go to Mongolia last year to do a large area there as another trial product for a Chinese company. And we're at the point now where we know we know the product we've got. Each water source, as we go across either the ocean or rivers, will be different pollutants. And the technologies, and we have patented the technology for the oysters, etc. The technologies that we look at, we take a sample of that water and see what's in it, and then we devise the actual nutrients that need to go there. Some areas, nutrient levels are just below where we need to grow diatoms. By being able to look at what we need and add just the slightest amount of nutrient, which are all natural-based, natural elements and compounds, we can make the area grow what we want. And if we want to turn it off at any time, saying that you've got this sort of algal bloom coming, or we don't want any more this year, or we need to switch it off, by taking away that nutrient, we can then close it down. It goes basically into hibernation. So we can go anywhere in the world where the light intensity and the CO2 is available to us, and be able to grow what we need. And it is, I think, in the long term, we're looking at a large CO2 reduction project.
Thank you. How much time left, friends?
Less than 30 seconds.
Okay, one quick question from the jury still, maybe? That was it? My dear jury members?
I just wanted to ask, sorry, a minute.
Very quickly.
Yeah. What is your marketing strategy? This is a novel product.
Yeah, so our marketing strategy.
Short answer, please.
Yeah. We production, and we're looking to license with companies, mainly China, because China is where we've got all the contacts, but it will work anywhere in the world.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, please give a warm applause to Bear Native Shane. Thank you.
Thank you.
While the jury is scoring, same procedure. I'm loading up the next startup, and Rance, you keep the time, and the jury members will give us a thumbs if they're ready. Thank you. So while the jury is scoring, Rescue Labs, are you ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay, great. Success. So I don't see all jury members in the screen, but I see Björn, I see Anna Maria, and I see Vivian. Are you all three ready? That's nicely quick. Emmanuel, you ready too?
Yes, I saw.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, thank you very much. I will ask that next time to Rens, because I don't have the full screen open when I have the slides, but that's okay. Okay, so Rescue Labs, are you ready to rock and roll on the global stage of the ClimateLaunchpad 2021?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, please give Rescue Labs a warm applause. Here comes their pitch. Thank you.
Help us end hunger by 2030. Food security is the world's top priority. Countries will need to keep their growing populations fed and do so more sustainably. However, droughts threaten that for farmers, who, according to the Jamaica Information Service, suffer billions in losses yearly throughout dry times. In fact, the central parishes that account for 40% of Jamaica's domestic agricultural produce are the ones most severely affected. Good day. We are Rescue Labs, renewable energy solutions curing the environment, and we're on a mission to rescue our farmers by equipping them with atmospheric irrigation devices. The deal is to supply atmospheric irrigation devices, or AID for short, to small farmers for the price of $195 US. Our beachhead market is 31,035 small farmers in central Jamaica and is valued at $4,189,725. In subsequent years, we expect to expand our supply to the entire Jamaica and finally to the Caribbean region by 2030. Imagine having an endless supply of water when you need it. AID solves the problem of water scarcity by harvesting water from the atmosphere and making it available throughout the whole year. This will save farmers fighting droughts an average of $4,000 US every 5 years on local water utility or private water trucks. This amounts to 95% savings on water as compared to traditional irrigation. Now, what makes AID so special? Besides operating on 100% renewable energy, it harvests water from the very air we breathe. AID condenses water from the atmosphere by dehumidification using a Peltier system. This condensed water will be stored in a reservoir of the user's choice, then pumped to the roots of the plants. By tapping into this renewable atmospheric well, AID's innovation holds the key to ending water scarcity for farmers, especially those in remote areas. Surveys discovered that farmers will lose hundreds of thousands of dollars due to droughts every year. These farmers all expressed interest in AID as they believed that it would provide a source of water during their dry times and would also save many of their crops. These farmers were also willing to pay between $150 to $200 US for AID. Our key drivers for financials are the cost of the product, price of the product, and the number of products sold. In our 5th year of operation, we expect to have a market share of 3.8%, manufacturing our product at a cost of $91.81, selling at a price of $195, and therefore making a profit of $103.19 per product. By selling 27,000 products for the year, we'll make a total profit of $2,786,130 US per annum. In addition to rescuing farmers, AID will save the planet by lowering carbon emissions. The Canada Water Resources Journal tells us that pumping water through pipes for traditional irrigation contributes to 290 million metric tons of CO2 emissions yearly. Because AID is operated using 100% renewable energy, it decreases carbon emissions by at least 74 million metric tons a year. Our team consists of myself, Wayne Hugh Robertson, Director of Marketing and Public Relations, our CEO, Cleveland Stewart, our Public Relations Officer, Donnace Fletcher Robertson, and finally, James Willey, Director of Operations and Product Development. Our dream is to provide farms across the Caribbean with a sustainable supply of water during their dry times, as well as make at least $2 million US by the year 2026. We are the renewable energy solutions curing the environment, Rescue Labs. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rescue Labs. Thank you. Give them a warm applause. Thank you. Okay, so why is the next slide not coming? There it is. Thank you, startup. Time for the Q&A. I'll stop sharing again. Okay, here we go. Rescue Labs, are you ready for the Q&A?
Ready.
Thank you. Jury members, are you ready to ask the questions?
Yes.
Thank you. Rens, are you ready with the timer?
Yes.
Thank you very much, jury. Please proceed.
Hi, thank you for the very understandable presentation. I was wondering whether you have a pilot project already. So do you know like how does it really work in real life?
Or how the product works in real life, that is?
Yeah, also because it looks like it requires a lot of infrastructure, so a lot of like construction. And I was wondering whether you have an idea about like how it happens, how much does it cost, and so on.
Or in terms of the cost of the production, or it would be $91.81. So that would be inclusive of the materials, the direct materials, and the direct labor to actually put this this device together. So
and on the field,
or on the field, or well, because the product is targeted to farmers, right? We would expect that the product would be easy to install by farmers, because the farmers, they would we expect that they would know their land more than anyone else. So, however, we could provide the installation, which we would end up charging extra for the installation.
And the operational costs?
Or the operational costs, or meaning as in the cost to operate this?
Yeah. Is there any?
Or well, the thing is, this product, it would be powered by the solar energy, which would power the intake, the fan, which would intake the air, and this would be around 12 volts. So, however, it would be powered by 100% renewable energy, though, by the solar energy.
Do you already have a customer, or have you had?
Well, we've had target customers, because currently we're in the prototyping stage. We haven't had our full product as yet. We're currently in the prototyping stage.
Thank you. I will give the floor to the others.
Sorry. Thank you. Björn, you were the first to raise your hand.
So for how many square meters, when you have like one of these installations, how many square meters does it work? Like, is it 100 square meter? Do you need one for 1,000 square meter, or yeah?
All right. Thank you for that question. So, or based on our conceptual design, or our product is estimated to reach a span of 900 meters. So therefore, for a typical 1 acre farm, 1 acre is approximate to 4,047 meters. So therefore, for a typical 1 acre farm, it would require at least 5 of these products to cover an entire 1 acre farm.
Okay, but you couldn't really test it yet, so it's because you don't have the prototype yet already. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
However, based on the conceptual design, though, based on our conceptual design, that's our estimate.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Emmanuel.
Yeah, my question is on portability. How portable is the equipment to maintain it? I think that's what Anna Maria was trying to ask in the operation call. What are your maintenance costs?
Or the maintenance costs, as in, okay. So basically, to install the product, if we would be installing the product, it would cost like $20 to install it extra. Or however, in terms of maintaining the product, though, well, we would expect the maintenance would be basically cleaning of this product, like detaching it into different parts to clean the different parts, because the fan itself, it would attract a lot of dust. Therefore, it would require occasional cleaning, right? So the maintenance would be easy, and we would also be providing at least a 1-year warranty on the product as well.
Portability, how portable is it?
How portable is the water?
Is it a large? How portable is it? How is it compact, or is it very large and not easily?
The device.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the question. All right. So the product would be very portable, because the largest component of the product would be the tank that would be buried underground, and this tank, it has a capacity of holding 30 gallons of water. So that would be the largest component. However, the product itself would be easily detachable and could be moved, could be portable to be moved to another location.
Thank you.
Time's
Jury,
up.
any more questions? Rens, yes, please.
Time is up.
Time's up. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Rescue Labs. Give them a warm applause. Thank you. Okay, while the jury is scoring, I have a question to Rens. And I'm going to do this out loud. We don't have it in the program, but I see only now, I'm to blame, that we don't have a short break or something. And I could imagine that some people, also the jury members, might want to have a short break. So Rens, can you please check with the central team if it's possible to have a few minutes break? Actually, I need one.
Yes.
Can you check if that's okay? I could imagine that also the jury members just want to have a little break. While the jury is scoring, Rens is checking, okay?
So if everyone is okay with taking a 5-minute break, it will only extend the session for 5 minutes. But if everyone is okay, then we can have a short break.
Okay, thank you. Let's can I make a few remarks before we do that? It's having given boot camps also. So first of all, check, is the jury ready with the scoring? Because they need a break, not a scoring. Okay, that's one. Second, Rens, can you please do 5 minutes exactly?
Yeah.
On the timer? And please, startups, do not leave Zoom, right? You can put your video and on mute, but please do not leave. And please, everybody will back in 5 minutes sharp. And then after the 5-minute break, Vacaca is the first one to present. Vacaca, are you okay with that? It might be a little bit surprise for you that there's suddenly a break, but is that okay? Yeah? Alrighty. So everybody, 5-minute break. Do not leave Zoom. We are back in 5 minutes sharp. Thank you. Okay?
5 minutes are up. So if Ron is back and everyone is ready, then we can start again.
Ron is back. Thank you, Rens. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Loud and clear? Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Alrighty. Startups, please give me thumbs in the screens if you're back. Just checking. Everybody thumbs in the screen. I want to see all thumbs in the screen. Thank you. Yeah? Alrighty. Jury members, are you ready to rock and roll for the second half of the ClimateLaunchpad Global Grand Final 2021? Yeah? Alrighty. And last but definitely not least, Maria from Vacaca, are you ready?
Ready.
Ready. Alrighty. Then here we go. I'm gonna, you know the procedure by now, I guess. I'm going to upload the slides and we'll take it from there. Alrighty, check. Rens, can you see the slide?
Yes.
Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes.
And will you let us know if either the sound or the visuals are not clear? Because then we start the video. Yeah?
Sure. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Here we go, the second batch of the food systems theme in the Climate Launchpad 2021. Give a warm applause to Vacaca. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Maria and I will be presenting Vacaca, giving poop a new life. Uruguay is a country with an agriculture and livestock tradition. Rumors say that we have 4 cows per person, and many of these cows poop around 30 kilograms of manure per day in a barn. Some of the farmers use this manure as compost or biogas, but those require high investment and do not generate great added value. Therefore, in small dairy farms, most of the manure is washed and ends up polluting natural water systems. On the other hand, more than 3,500 farmers have used plastic for several years to protect crops, to maintain appropriate conditions, and to avoid weed. This generates 2,500 tons of plastic waste every year, that most of it ends up being incinerated. At Vacaca, we use the manure generated in the barns to produce a biodegradable replacement for plastic in crops, an alternative not yet available in the market. We based our design in the triple impact of circular economy, giving value to waste, using technology to optimize our processes, offering job alternatives to temporal workers, and regenerating soils and water systems. We provide a manure treatment service at a very low cost, removing it as raw material to produce biodegradable polymulch, which will be sold to horticultural farmers at an estimated price of $1,500 per hectare. In the near future, we will be providing capacity building and selling the license so the process can be developed anywhere in the world. Our beachhead market is $16 million, represented by 3,500 horticultural farmers in Uruguay. We will reach our beachhead market in 2024, reaching in 2026 35,000 horticultural farmers in Argentina. By 2030, we aspire to reach the region with a market of 4 million farmers, equivalent to $17,000 million. With Vacaca, we improve yield performance in 4 times, representing an increase in incomes of more than $50,000 per hectare. Besides, we reduce the time invested in crop management, saving around $1,000 per hectare in every production cycle due to plastic removal and 75% reduction in weed management time. Our product consists of a customized biodegradable crop protection polymulch generated from manure obtained from an optimized logistics and a pre-treatment in the barn to reduce costs and emissions. Our polymulch allows agricultural farmers to comply with current environmental regulations while regenerating soils and saving significant management time. Our product has the potential to be patented internationally and improved by being inoculated with specific nutrients or microorganisms for each crop and region. We are partnering with reference from NGOs, business, and research institutions to get the best of our product. To validate our business, we conducted interviews to more than 20 potential clients with 3 fundamental questions. Is the current management of plastic use in crops a real pain? And we found out that it is, and farmers are eager for solutions. Although plastic mulch might look simple, the removal once the crop cycle is over takes several days of work, plastic breaks in little pieces, and reduces the quality of the soil. In the best scenario, once it is removed, it's taken to a landfill, but in general, it is incinerated in the farms against current regulations. We also asked about the feasibility of using manure, and we found out that it is a cheap raw material that represents a problem for dairy farmers and that could be easily obtained from the barns. The main cost would be associated with transportation. Finally, we asked about what would make a polymulch ideal to replace plastic, and they all agreed that an ideal polymulch should be easy to install, avoid the growth of weed, maintain conditions of temperature and moisture, last as long as the crop, and not require removal. As a clear action, after the interviews, we have the adaptation of our prototypes and partner to test alternative performances. The key drivers for our financials are the cost of the product, its lifespan, and the market share, which is estimated in 40%, generating an annual profit of $1.7 million. With Vacaca, we will be avoiding the release of more than 2.3 thousand tons of CO2 per year associated with the production and incineration of plastic, contributing to the regeneration of our natural systems essential to be resilient to climate change, but also contributing to local social resilience, providing good quality job alternatives out of the harvest season to local populations. We are Vacaca, founded by Caterina and myself. We are two biologists who work in environmental management and information systems. We recently added Maria Eugenia and Gabriel to the team, who bring their expertise in industrial planning and finance, and Mara, Robert, and Julissa, a farmer's family, with whom we are developing the prototypes and testing performance. Our dream is to eradicate plastic from horticultural crops in the southern cone of Latin America by 2030, with an annual profit of $500,000, positioning ourselves as a leading company in circular solutions for agriculture and giving poop a new life.
Thank you very much, Vacaca. Please give Vacaca a warm applause. Yay! Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Vacaca. The question and answers. I'm going to stop sharing. Alrighty, here we go again. Maria, are you ready?
Ready. I had to
Thank
put
you.
the headsets because the dogs are barking outside. Sorry for that.
Okay, it will remain to be Zoom, no worries. We can hear you loud and clear, okay? And hope you can hear us then also loud and clear, okay? Jury members, are you ready?
Yes.
Rens, do you have the timer ready?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Emmanuel is already raising his hand. So Emmanuel, please proceed.
Thank you very much, Vacaca. And thank you, Rens. So this is the first time I'm seeing somebody talking about capacity building, which is very good because it's a new technology. So well done on that. But my question is, what does your invention do? Does it help to enhance biodegradability of plastics? Is that your selling point?
It is an alternative to plastic, what we are offering.
So if we already have plastics in the farmland, what do we do with the plastics, for example?
Right now, what people do is they incinerate that, and they just get the pieces from the soil and burn it. It is not what the regulations say. The regulations say that they should take it to a landfill, but there's no system in place to do that. So what farmers do right now is they incinerate the plastic. So every crop season, they do the same.
So does your product address that issue?
Our product is a replacement to plastic. What we are promoting is that people stop using plastic and start using this biodegradable alternative produced based on manure.
Okay, maybe let me allow the other jury members ask the questions.
So,
Thank you.
Manuel, are you okay for now with the answer?
Yes, I'm still not clear. I don't know what.
I would suggest we proceed with the other jury members. You can think,
yes,
and then you can come in again. Yeah, thank you. So let's Anna Maria.
Okay, Björn was first. If you would like to go.
Sorry, that's sorry.
It's okay.
Björn.
Go first. Go first. Okay.
Okay. So Maria, you told that the price is $1,500 per hectare, and do you have that number for the business as usual? How much do they pay right now?
Yes, they pay around $1,000 per hectare on plastic. We are assuming that our product is going to be with a higher price, but then we estimated our cost of transportation and some estimates of the machinery that we could be using and the cost associated to that and some intermediate traders. that we are going to be using.
Okay.
But it is an estimate.
Yeah, can we go to the next question, Anna Maria? Thank you. Björn, please proceed.
Maria, is your license or your process, is it patented or not, or what's the stage there?
Not yet. We are at the idea stage so far. So we have we won a prize last week actually to start our trials, a prize from Uruguay. So we will start our trials soon. But
Okay,
so far we have reviewed
the
patents.
family. You mentioned the family, the farmer family. You tested the product.
Yeah, we tested a very artisanal approach to do it with them.
All right.
Just to check if we get what we want.
Okay.
And now we are going to start trying with different components to conglomerate the product to improve this elasticity and to make different, you know, the lasting for different crops, how to try that.
Okay.
And we are trying that with them.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Anna Maria?
Yeah, just one more thing to be very clear. So the thing is that you are selling the product that you are producing somewhere. So it's not the technology that you are using or installing on farms, right?
We are thinking on both, to start to sell the product ourselves after the trials, and then to move to the region. We don't want to be ourselves the ones selling the product because it's not sustainable. So what we are going to do for the region is to sell the license. We're going to patent the process and the design of the machinery required, and then we are going to sell the license to make it regional.
Okay, so you are—
But in the local scale, we are trying to sell it ourselves in the local scale.
Okay, and you are going to look for cow farmers that are going to buy, and then they are going to produce the product that you are like licensing.
We have the dairy farmers already mapped. That's why we mentioned the optimized logistics, because we know where they are and how much they produce and how many times they ask for treatment services. So we know that already, and we are working also with a research institution that keeps track on everything about the dairy farms.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Vivian, do I see you? Yeah?
Yeah.
Vivian, do you have a question?
Yeah. So Maria, are you focused on small and medium farmers, or are you looking at other kinds of agribusiness and other kind of farmers and big farmers? And what's your vision about it?
Well, our beachhead market is actually small farmers, because in Uruguay, the horticultural production is mostly from small scale farmers. They have 3-4 hectares each. And those are the ones who use plastic and the ones who don't have a treatment for that. And the same for dairy farmers. The big dairy farms, they have already manure treatment services in place, and the small ones don't. So that's why their manure is being washed to our rivers. But if the technology works, we are planning to increase that market to large businesses also.
Maria, are you competing with the biogas production?
Not really, because we have had many tries here, and because Uruguay has already 98% sustainable energy, biogas is not a very good alternative to sell the energy. So there were many trials here in the country, and it is actually too expensive for the farmers to install that. The price of the energy is not that high, so to make it profitable. So we are not actually competing.
Right, time's up.
Okay, thank you very much. Please give a warm applause to Maria and the Vacaca team. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. While the jury is scoring and will let us know if they're ready, they're uploading the next company, and that's going to be GoBeyond. GoBeyond, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Uploading the slides. Rance, can you see the slides?
Yes.
Alrighty. So we're waiting for the jury to tell us if they're ready or not. Rens, can you tell me if the entire jury is ready? Because I only see the
Yes,
full
I've
screen
seen some
partially with the
thumbs up.
slide view.
So I guess.
The jury is ready? Yeah? Thank you
Yes.
very much. So then we'll go to the next startup, GoBeyond. Please give GoBeyond a warm applause. I will upload the movie in a second. GoBeyond, here they come. Oh, 1 second. Here we go.
We are grateful for the opportunity to present our team and project. Greetings from Kosovo. My name is Karsten Klapp. I am the founder of GoBeyond. We are driven by a growing global protein deficit and food shortage. This deficit will reach 60 million tons annually by 2030. We are concerned how conventional food production is connected with the destruction of our planet and are challenged by the power of multinational food corporations. And we are driven by the fact that most of Kosovo's products are imported and export is still small. Agriculture here operates at a low level. Protein from insects creates good opportunities. Did you know that just recently the EU approved the yellow mealworm as human food? This opens a new and large market, not only for food. Reason enough to start GoBeyond. We offer high quality and zero waste insect protein for food producers and a price of 9,600 euros per ton. In 2027, the market for insect protein in the food industry is predicted to have a global size of 4 billion euro, meaning an annual growth of almost 30%. German food startups will be our beachhead market. There is a new, growing and vibrant scene. We focus on building good relationships and growing together strong. This market then will have a size of 100 million euros. Only 5% of it would be a good share. We save small producers annually up to 30,000 euro in protein costs, 20% benefit compared to EU prices. But more importantly, securing protein availability. As feed, we use side and waste streams from producers, supermarkets, farmers, and from flour mills. And on the customer side, the product variety is growing daily, and we deliver the protein they need. We have a circular business model approach. Our product is free of hormones, antibiotics, and pesticides. And research is part of our DNA, including industrial automation and robotics. 4 potential customers signed a letter of intent. Conducting the interviews, our key assumptions on growing demand, pricing as critical, and minimum volume per month were largely confirmed. And we learned more about processing companies creating new insect product lines for our next market, and that there is room in our home market to create our own local end products. But for now, strategies to cope with upcoming price decline are key. Within the next 5 years, we believe we can create an annual profit of up to 675,000 euros. Preparing for price erosion, we need to look at a 10 years perspective. Profit then can double by increasing the market share up to 7.5% with growing customers. Our key drivers are simple: feed, sales price, and market share. Mealworm versus cattle shows a strong advantage insects have to preserve natural resources. The mealworm emits only 10% of CO2. Producing in the first 5 years 450 tons of insect protein, we can avoid more than 36,000 tons of CO2. And 100% of the insects are used. They need only 10% of feed, water, and land use are significantly lowered. We are a passionate and dedicated core team and have started to build an extended team with an experienced advisor and sales. Next, we need to onboard an engineer for technology and automation. Myself, I have spent most of my professional life in industrial automation and robotics. We have identified partners for growth, research, and technology. we aim to produce 15 tons of proteins per month, achieve 2.2 million euros in revenues, having created 30 meaningful workplaces in 2026, as well as operating a learning, training and research hub to provide local farmers easy access to a new agricultural segment. We believe that food production belongs in the hands of the people more than in those of multinational corporations. Thank you.
Thank you, GoBeyond. Please give GoBeyond a warm applause. Thank you very much. Okay. Back to the Q&A. Stop sharing. And here we go. GoBeyond, are you ready for the Q&A?
Yes, we are.
Thank you. Jury members, are you ready for the questions? Pardon. Yes, you are. Rens, do you have the timer ready?
Yes.
Thank you. Jury, please proceed.
All right.
Björn.
Hi, Carsten. Question: what, like, as I understood it correctly, everybody could produce these proteins out of the mealworm. So, what does it? Why should they choose you over other producers of proteins made out of mealworms?
This is a very good question, because basically we are selling a product like potatoes. Yeah, and what is happening now that already in Europe there is a strong monopoly. Yeah, like from one company in France that is extremely strong, and the startup scene is quite a good community. Yeah, and so for the beginning there is a sense of helping each other, which doesn't build business for the future, but it helps to start it. And the strategy we have is now to start building the relationships, because we can start selling maybe in a year and a half and two, since till then we have the volume to do it. And we have to work on the relationships from now on, and we have started to do so. And the second is to ensure availability, which we believe will be an issue soon.
Okay, but you don't have any USP, like like a not emotional USP to make that your product is better than others on the market.
Our USP will be pricing. Talking about the EU, we come here from Kosovo, and we have here a total different labor costs level, which will help us to produce on a lower pricing level than in the EU.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Vivian.
I'd like to know how customers has accepted insect protein, and did you see any barrier, and how it affects your business?
Kosovo and insects at the beginning, I thought, is a no-go. Yeah, when you talk about insects, people get frightened. Yeah, even so, when we started, we didn't get a room to do that, and we just had a fair here in Brisbane, and where also the Prime Minister came. He ate insects, and what we did is there is a very nice product. It's insect with chocolate. Yeah, and then when we made people eat that, suddenly it opened up that they would also eat, I don't know, this one. Yeah, this is just the pure insect. And so we understood we need to do some education, which is not that difficult as we thought it would be. Yeah, and so that was a very good learning this last weekend.
Thank you. Anna Maria?
Do you already have an insect farming plant?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we have started 6 months ago, and now we can produce up to 70 kilos a month.
Okay, up to 70 kilos per month.
Which is very, very little. It's just the beginning.
Yeah, I saw that 15 tons insect protein per month was your target. So how far you are from that? So like, talking about money, like now you are at 70 kilogram per month. Is that already the protein, or it's only the insect?
This is the live insect. It takes like 3 kilos of insect for 1 kilogram of protein. And we have a 4-step plan. The first step is to be able to securely produce 100 kilos a month. Yeah, and this we have reached soon. Then we will scale to 1,000 kilos a month. And then rules again change. And these we have to master. And once we have the 1,000 kilos, We will also have had the time to include some automation and some robotics component. Then we will start to build pilot production for 10 tons of insects and up to 50 tons insects, which will be then 15 tons of protein. So that's the plan. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we are at the very beginning, but we have gone already quite a way.
Yeah, does that answer your question, Anna Maria?
Yeah.
Thank you. Emmanuel.
Thank you very much, GoBeyond. I'd like to, I don't need you to respond to my question or to my comment. I'd like you to think about how you can extend this beyond your country's shores to a multinational level, because some cultures will not take kindly to insects. In my culture, where I come from, we eat some insects. They're very nice to eat, but some other persons frown at it. So you need to think about how you can go international. Thank you.
To give a short answer on this, our first market will be Germany. I mean, this is also due to the fact that for me, it's easier in Germany as a German to start relationships, and the startup scene is quite vital and growing. But there's one learning we had here in Kosovo, that at the beginning, people are totally against insects. With some reasoning and some conversation, suddenly people start to be open. And this is also why after we know how the process works, we want to include local farmers and to extend this concept also to the villages to help to establish a new agricultural segment here.
Right, time's up.
Okay, thank you very much. Please give GoBeyond and Karsten a warm applause. Thank you. Thank you. Time for the jury to score. Time for uploading the next startup. Rens, will you let me know if the jury is ready, if we can proceed? Rens, are you there?
Yes.
I saw 2 thumbs of the jury, but not the entire jury yet.
I've seen a thumb from Björn.
Okay. Just let us know when we can proceed, okay? Again, I don't have the full overview when I have the slides in slide mode. And while the jury is still scoring, VERDE, are you ready?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you very much. Hello, Cyprian. Do I pronounce your name well, Cyprian?
Cyprian, yes.
Cyprian, thank you very much. Okay, Rens, can we proceed?
I think so, yes.
You think so? Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes VERDE. Please give them a warm applause. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, we are VERDE and our vision is to bring local food on everyone's table. We do that by developing a sure food supply chain platform that for our customers to buy just-in-time decentralized capacity of local food. How we make money? The platform is made out of 2 main components, the marketplace and the fulfillment system. We charge our customers a marketplace fee to get easy access and order local produce just in time, and we charge our farmers a fulfillment fee in order to send them orders and to fulfill them. We are in a two-sided market. On the demand side, the urban European market for fresh produce is more than 60 billion. Out of that, around 8 billion euros, it's the fresh produce market for restaurants and mobile food services. Now, zooming into our pilot country, Romania, we've identified a 2.5 billion euros fresh produce market for urban, and out of that 90 million euros, it's our beachhead market, restaurants and mobile food services acquisition of fresh produce in urban areas. On the supply side, we've identified the fragmented supply, very often lacking infrastructure to sell. Based on a study from 2016, 2/3 of the EU farms were less than 5 hectares, and 55% of those farms were in Romania, Poland, and Italy. The same study highlights that those farms have very often reduced productivity due to unfarmed land and limited access to the market. We provide social and economic value for both the demand and the supply. On the demand side, the two target segments are the restaurants and the healthy food services, both value-based business and volume-based business. For those, we provide easy access to local and healthy ingredients. We provide consistency in quantities and qualities. We enable them to promote the restaurant as farm to fork in a growing conscious society. And on the volume-based business side, we provide a transparent and fully digital acquisition process that helps them in controlling and accounting. On the supply side, for the farmers, we provide time, market access and logistics, constant revenues, improved farm productivity, and direct relationship with customers to develop a farm brand. Our product on the demand side allows the customers to come on the marketplace, order, then through our software algorithms, we automatically match the order with our pool of farms, we match it with the drivers, and then we fulfill it. Our customers can trace the produce and engage with the preferred farms. On the supply side, it's mainly about aggregating supply and making sure we can provide the needs of consistency and diversity to our customers. In terms of customer discovery, we've run interviews with end customers, businesses and farms in 2 major cities in Romania. We've run surveys and we've started operations in July, and actually in August we increased the GMV, the monthly GMV, 5 times. Our key assumptions were around how farmers can use a digital interface to fulfill orders, how local produce is perceived, how restaurants buy fresh produce, and how we can run our operations. And the key learnings are around customer acquisition needs. We learned that we're in a pen and paper industry, very often lacking standardized market information. We learned how farmers sell, and we actually understood that we enable the farmer kids to get engaged in the farm as there is some technology involved. In terms of financials, we target 10% market share in our beachhead market in a mature year, and our key growth drivers are scalability of the platform, as we are an integrated digital player, the diversification potential of booking decentralized capacity in various industries, and the increased customer consciousness about healthy food, responsible consumption and production. We support in terms of climate impact, to support the UN SDGs and the European Commission Farm to Fork with clear targets. We target more than 80% reduction in food waste. We target to have up to 65% of the produce revenue with the farmers. We target to reduce by 60% the distance to deliver the produce, and we target to have more than 70% of the consumed produce, fresh produce in cities coming from local farms. We are an international team with international experience. We have with a hands-on approach we come in the business, and we have both worlds represented, agri and tech. So Lucian comes from the agricultural world. I have a background in computer science and studies in business. Domenico drives the finance, and Adrian drives the tech activities, and Mihai it's advising us. We dream to get operations up and running in 3 European countries, 15 cities, to get a valuation of 30 million in 2025, and to have more than 70% of consumed produce from local farms with known origins.
Thank you very much, VERDE. Please give formal warm applause. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm sharing my slides again. Alrighty, here we go.
Okay, so we're focusing mainly on the supply side by aggregating the supply. So the supply is fragmented, and we actually focus on that side, working with Lucian to onboard farms and have a standardized list of products. And then to generate the demand, as we're in a pen and paper, our go-to-market is evolving until we reach critical mass, specialized sales force to go there after that. Until we create brand awareness and we reach critical mass.
And how you do the storaging and logistics behind it? Because I guess there's a lot of logistics involved.
It's just in time. So orders that are coming today until a certain time are delivered tomorrow morning. The farmers are actually, we work in this kind of 24-hour cycles. They are confirming the orders, and we match it with the farmers. They confirm the orders. Then we have a managed fleet. So it's not our own fleet, but we work with partners. We collect the produce and we deliver it. And it's always, as I said, just in time for businesses, small, medium businesses that don't have a storage capability.
Okay, thank you.
And how do you manage quality issues?
What do you mean
Because
by quality issues?
if
Like
I
delivery?
Yeah, like if I buy and I can see the product that I'm buying, then there is less likely that I'm going to have a complaint. But if this is just gonna be delivered to me and I don't have any control as a customer on the quality of the product, then how are you solving those issues?
So at the moment, we are very careful on onboarding the farms. Lucian as an ambassador of the platform, just to make an analysis with Uber that has an ambassador going around and checking the problems. So Lucian, it's a lot in the field to check the farms and work together with them actually now for the planning for the next year. That's one side. The second side, we work with businesses mainly. So we have our return policy there, and that's aligned through the contracts framework. And in order to scale, we are actually targeting growth in the next year in 3 cities. We will implement some additional checks with external labs.
Mm-hmm. And is there any difference between you and the community-based agriculture scheme?
The CSA, the community-based, we have Lucian actually, it's a vice president of a model of community-supported agriculture in Romania. But we don't, so that's more towards end users, B2C. We sell to the B2B. And we also have a list of produce. It's not like what grows, the people get a certain basket or and so on. So we actually provide, we have on one side the list of produce that customers can order, like they do now from the importers and distributors, or the bidding mechanism, when a customer can come and say, I need certain amount of product for this kind of price. And then there is this kind of auction mechanism with the farmers registered in the platform.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How is the digital literacy of your public? Do you see any problem in the digital inclusion of the farmers?
Digital inclusion, you mentioned.
Yeah, how to use the technology. Do you have any problem to access and choose the app and this kind of thing?
Actually, before starting operations in July this year, we ran a 3-month proof of concept where we actually stayed at the farmers, spent time with them, delivered with them. Some of them selling already online, some of them not. And our question was how they can actually use an easy-to-use interface, checking, scrolling, and things like that. And that went actually, that's not really a problem. The attitude we got is we will learn the technology if orders come in. At the moment, they get in Romania 15% of the end user price.
Yeah, okay, we had 10 seconds left, so that was it for VERDE. Thank you very much. Give Cyprian a warm applause. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So while the jury is scoring, I'm checking with Rens. Rens, you were out just for 1 or 2 minutes, probably a technical thing. Are you okay?
Yes, we're back.
Good. The recording was just a glitch. I don't know if you noticed. Was out for just 30 seconds, but everything was fine with what was recorded. Okay.
I hope so.
No, I'm sure. I saw it. No worries.
Oh, okay. Oh, great.
So far, we're doing great here, glitchless, with what I can see. I'm not sure what you're seeing in the back end, but alrighty. While the jury is scoring, I'm going to upload the next startup, which is WorldTech Consult from Ghana. So, Paul, are you ready? Yeah. Okay. So, thank you. While the jury is scoring, we can hear you loud and clear. Okay. Share my slides. And Rans, you will let me know when the jury is ready.
Yes, I see a thumb from Björn. And from Emmanuel.
Yeah, jury, are we ready? I'm not seeing everybody. Rans, please speak up.
I hope so. I don't see any thumbs yet.
Jury, give us a thumbs if we can proceed. We can? Rans, is that a yes?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, we're patient. It's quite a thing for the jury. I've done this myself, not in the ClimateLaunchpad. So give them the time they need, please. So, Rans, ready to go?
Yes, I think we can proceed.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're entering the last 3 startups. Please keep up the energy level. Okay? So we still have to go WorldTech Consult, Entomo Farm, and AgriLife, right? And so please give a warm applause to WorldTech Consult from Ghana. And here's their video.
The issue of global food waste is quickly becoming a billion-ton problem. And to tackle this problem, WorldTech Consult leases cold room to smallholder farmers to reduce food waste. I am Siabi Paul Senai, founder and CEO of WorldTech Consult. We run a cold storage as a service, which is on-demand pay-as-you-store subscription model, where smallholder farmers pay $33 per reusable crate per night, with the objective of providing universal access to our energy-efficient cold storage. EcoRecharge has the power to fight food waste while providing storage for vaccine, blood, medicine, all through commercial cold storage. There is a high demand for short-term refrigeration in Ghana. The growing trade of perishable products is also anticipated to help boost the demand for refrigerated storage solutions over the next years. Global storage market size was valued at $107.18 billion in 2020, with global population of farmers to be 866 million. This is expected to expand at a compound annual growth rate of 13.5 from 2020 to 2028. Ghana currently has 7.3 million farmers, but we are targeting 10% of the beachhead market. The reason why we chose this beachhead market is because they form the main source of the value food chain, they lack cold storage facility, and alternative energy source can be leveraged on them. On-demand cold storage units will benefit over 150 smallholder farmers, with the potential to increase their overall net income by 45% as a result of significant post-harvest loss reduction and increased quality standard. The low investment and penetration of cold storage in the first mile of distribution indicates all agents need to take a capex and opex of 65% of the equation and open more refrigeration services. Our cold storage facilities satisfy SDGs 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, and 13. EcoRecharge Cold Room is a portable mobile solar-powered cold storage mini warehouse that reduces external temperature shock on fresh produce immediately after harvest. It can be customized to various sizes with local materials. Our current cold room can accommodate 2 tons of perishables stacked on each other in our reusable vegetable crate. It is powered 100% by solar with a capacity of 4 kilowatts, which is enough to run 24/7 in all weather conditions. The good news is that it is ready for operation the moment it is deployed. EcoRecharge Cold Room, locally manufactured in Ghana, and it creates 10 direct and indirect jobs in the community it is installed. Our competitive advantages are easy to set up and simple to install, robust, durable, and long-lasting. Remote control monitoring capabilities are also what we pride ourselves of. Meeting with customer validates assumptions about the problem we are willing to solve with our business idea and inform about our value proposition. 47 respondents were interviewed, consisting of smallholder farmers, farmer associations, food transporters, NGOs in the community, and other government agencies to meet the government policy to increase food production through one district, one factory, and planting for food and jobs. Key questions were asked from customers, and they showed that they needed a place they could store their perishable, since they are forced to sell their perishable immediately they are harvested. Our financial projection to make a profit of $616,778.5 US at the 5th year, with 70 installed cold room, considering a 10% market share of our beachhead market. Our key drivers are number of products, affordable prices, number of paying customers. Available cold room storage will reduce 10,961 metric tons of CO2 emission and 30,000 metric tons of food waste. The more cold rooms are installed, the more reduction in food waste. If most smallholder farmers are able to store with us per night, we can cut 2 million tons of CO2 emission. With our amazing dreams come true. Siabi Paul Sanai, who is the founder, has 10 years experience in electrical installation and renewable energy. Siabi.
Okay, I think the video stopped a little bit, a few seconds before, so I'm giving the jury time to read the slide. Yeah. Thank you, WorldTech Consult. Give WorldTech Consult a warm applause. Thank you very much. Okay. I'm going to unshare. Here we go. Same questions again. Paul, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Thank you. Jury members, are you ready for the questions? Yes. Rens, do you have the 5-minute timer ready?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Jury, please proceed.
So, Paul, you said you use the local material. What kind of material is that?
We instead of using the cold panels, we use fiber, which is used for sealing to reduce heat transfer. And we source alcohol bond and other plywood that will help us reduce the heat exchange in the cold room.
Okay. Does that answer your question, Bjorn?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. Any more questions, jury?
Are you operating in remote areas? Is it a logistic issue for your business? How is for you to operate in remote areas?
Yes, thank you for your question. Because it's mobile, we are able to move to different locations, and currently we have 2 operational in remote areas where there's no electrical grid. Hello?
Yeah, so does that answer your question, Vivian?
Yes, yes.
Ah, okay, thank you. Any more questions, jury?
I don't know, maybe just about the investment need that you have to grow operational.
Okay. We've been able to invest around, that's almost $30,000 into the fabrication of 2 operational cold rooms. And we have an exhibition tomorrow and preparing to exhibit for this year's Ghana's 37th National Farmers Day, which will be happening in December. The government has invited us to showcase our product because of their program for expanding agriculture in Ghana, which is the planting for food and jobs, and 1 district, 1 factory. So we have invested a lot for other partners or people to see the good thing we are doing.
Can I ask you if it's 100% renewable energy dependent?
Yes, it's 100%. And we are using energy efficient chillers. So those things don't drain much, and we use inverters which are sometimes which are batteryless. So in case the battery is even down, the sun energy is able to cool these chillers. Then reduced energy is needed in the night because the doors will not be open. So we are able to maintain that optimum temperature till the following day.
And how much is the capacity of one cold room?
We have various sizes. We have for 2 ton, 5 ton, and 10 tons, depending on the market size as well, or the size of the farm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And can you do the transportation? I guess Vivian wanted to discover that on the road, or do you need railways, or how are you able to move the 10 tons cold room?
Okay, it can be put on a truck and moved to any location. You know, these 40-footer long trucks, it has been designed in a sense that it's conform with standards, so that in case you want to transport, at least it will be very easy for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Your management, do you have your management and your professional staff, and do you have plan to expand, get more people to help you to do marketing and support you, or is everything just dependent on the current team?
Currently, we have outsourced our marketing to a company to do that for us. We have outsourced the marketing to a company to do that for us. And we are into communication with SMV to help us work on that as well, on the marketing of our products.
So does that answer your question, Emmanuel? Can you please unmute, Emmanuel?
Yeah. Yes, I'm good. Yes, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, time's up.
So perfectly in time. Thank you very much, WorldTech Consult. Paul, give them a warm applause. Thank you very much. Okay. All righty. While the jury is scoring, Rens, I'm waiting for you to give me the sign to go to the next startup. So you tell me when the jury is ready, which is Entomo Farm from Zambia. Priscilla, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to upload the slides while the jury is scoring. So double check, Rans, can you see the slide?
Yes.
Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm waiting for you to tell me if the jury is ready for the scoring, okay?
Yes.
Rans, are you there?
Yes.
Did we see thumbs from all jury members already?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. We're going for the last 2 startups of today. So once Entomo Farm comes up, I would like you to give them all a very special applause. Okay, like just to keep the energy level up in the room here. Jury members, please do let us know if you're ready with the scoring. Rens, is that a yes from all?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Sorry for putting a bit pressure in time. It's it's the first time we do this on Zoom. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before I do, check. Entomo Farm, Priscilla, you're ready, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Zambia, Entomo Farm, here they come. Please give them a warm applause. Thank you.
Due to ever-increasing feed prices, I haven't been able to sustain my small business in chicken rearing. In my quest for more affordable and nutritious feed options, I came across what I like to term as the black gold of insects. So I left my job as a branch manager at an insurance brokerage where I had been for 9 years and decided to leverage my newly found passion for insect farming. My name is Priscilla Musenge, the founder of Entomo Farm, and our solution is to turn food waste into an organic, sustainable, and inexpensive livestock feed and fertilizer for small and medium-scale chicken, fish, and pig farmers like myself by farming the black soldier fly for its larvae, while contributing positively to SDGs 2, 3, and 13, namely zero hunger, good health and well-being, and climate action. Our product will be sold primarily in Zambia via B2B channels at a price of $18.50 per 50 kg bag, translating to a minimum of $7 cheaper than our competitors. After which, we will expand our market reach to DRC and Zimbabwe. Our chosen beachhead market are agricultural households in Zambia, which account for 18.5% of the 4 million plus population in Lusaka and central provinces alone. Now in 2018, the feed market in Africa accounted for $65 million and $8 million in Zambia in the same year, 10% of which is our expected market share. Now, although insect farming is relatively new to Zambia, it will create a sustainable and long-term option for the ever-growing demand for protein. Other than a lower price of $18.50 per 50 kg bag of feed, compared to competitor prices ranging from $25 to $30, our product is organic. It contains 43% crude protein, which is higher than that of soybeans at 35%, and it is beneficial to the environment as it helps reduce the carbon footprint. This graph shows our price compared to our main competitors. After mating, a female black soldier fly can lay up to 600 eggs, which hatch in a period of 4 days. The hatched eggs, now larvae, are fed on organic household waste for a period of 18 to 21 days, after which they are processed and packaged into eco-friendly bags and sold as feed and fertilizer. Some of the main competitive advantages of our product are the fact that it is at least 28% cheaper than our competitors, it is 59 times faster to produce, and it is 100% organic. Through direct and indirect customer validation of our target market, we discovered that the following were our would-be clients' main features of interest: the price, the nutritional value, and the product availability. With a product that has a high protein content, an affordable price, and short breeding and processing times, we aim to ensure that our customers' needs are met. We aim to make a profit of $803,328 in year 5, which we will make by selling 76,800 bags of feed and fertilizer per year, with a profit of $10.46 per bag. The key drivers for these achievements are the net price, the cost of products, and the market share. Currently, conventional farms in Zambia are responsible for up to 318 tons of carbon emissions and 391 tons of water usage yearly. By implementing sustainable and better quality feed with only 10% of our beachhead market, Entomo Farm could contribute to the savings in CO2 equivalents of up to 761,000 tons and 624,000 tons of water per year. A substantial saving for a country with at least 6 million people who already lack access to water. Our team currently comprises of myself and Albert Nkoma. Our combined passion for organic farming and nutrition, as well as experience in community development and black soldier fly farming, make us competent and confident in changing the narrative of edible insects in our country and region. Our mission is to produce an affordable, high-quality protein alternative for feed and fertilizer, and to create employment opportunities and gain a market share of 10% of the existing feed market. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Priscilla from Entomo Farm. Thank you. So I'm going to unshare my slides now for the Q&A. Same procedure. So Priscilla, are you ready for the Q&A?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. We can hear you loud and clear. Dear jury members, ready for the questions? Yes. And our dear room boss, Rens, is the timer ready? 5 minutes?
Yes.
Thank you. Jury, please proceed.
Just to make it clear for me, Priscilla, is this for animal feed or for human nutrition?
Thank you for your question. Initially, because of how we want to enter the market, we are going through farmers. So to answer your question, it's for animal feed with a long-term goal of introducing it for human consumption.
Okay, thank you. Do you already have a plan that is operating?
If I can be allowed to share my screen, just to give you an overview of what we have. We're currently in prototype piloting stage. If I could kindly share my screen. Thank you.
Yes, please go ahead. Is it possible for you, or should Rens make you co-host? Okay, thank you. Here we go.
Yes. So this is just an overview. We have an insectarium where we're planning on going by indoor breeding, and it has a capacity of 4 tons per month. We recently acquired a small delivery van to help us take our product to market. And we have a processing and drying machine that recently arrived, which is helping us with the process as well.
Okay, so you are operational.
Thank you. Does that answer your question, Anna Maria?
Yeah, it absolutely does. And where comes this low price compared to your competitors? Why are you able to sell it for $18 per 50 kilos?
Because the main raw material, which is mainly organic waste and the frass or the output from brewery waste, is very cheap. It's close to nothing. So you just have to pay for collection. So in turn, you can then have a cheap product.
So you have a lot of breweries in Zambia.
Yes, we have 2 main breweries.
Okay, thank you.
Then Björn should have a question.
I'm very happy to hear. Very happy to hear. But are your like potential clients I guess are you talk to very happy with the product, or what's the first feedback like from some tests? Or
so yes and no. Obviously, we are dealing with insects here. However, as mentioned in my pitch, edible insects are not new to Zambia. We have the mopani worm that's actually being exported to some of the European Union as well. So in terms of sensitization, we're taking that angle and just bringing out the extra benefits that this insect has. Where in addition to that, we're working with 1 chicken farmer and 1 fish farmer just to show them the benefits of our product. And some of the benefits that have been seen and have been welcomed is the fact that with our chicken farmer, it takes about 6 weeks to grow chickens to a good size. In week 5, we can already see a substantial growth, which just from this, we are estimating could bring a saving of about 40 to 60% of the commercial feed. So they are happy with these savings and they're happy with the product as well.
Okay, thank you.
Vivian.
Hi, Priscilla. If I understand correctly, your strategy is B2C. I would like to understand how is your market strategy to access your customers?
It's actually B2B. So we are starting with businesses.
Okay.
Yes, it's actually B2B. Yeah.
Does that answer your question, Vivian, or would you have more questions on that?
Yeah, please expand a little bit your strategy. You are looking at a business, and what about it?
So we're initially targeting small and medium scale farmers who obviously are growing chicken, rearing pigs and fish, who will then feed this to their produce and then sell it off. In addition to that, we're working with women and youth farmers through co-ops in training them and creating an outgrow system, which we see to be a potential revenue stream for us as well in that model.
Thank you.
Yeah, that answers questions. So, any more questions, jury? Anna Maria, Emmanuel?
No, thanks.
Okay. Emmanuel?
I'm okay. Lovely idea. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you. Björn? You're okay. Vivian, also okay. Okay, thank you very much. Please give a warm applause to Entomo Farm from Zambia. While the jury is scoring, 1 second here, I'm going to upload the last startup, but definitely not the least startup of today, which is AgriLife. AgriLife, are you ready to rock and roll? AgriLife, are you there? Just checking while the jury is scoring.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Ah, okay. Hello, Constantine. Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Okay, so we know you're ready. And while the jury is scoring, I'm going to upload the pitch, okay?
Yep.
So, to our dear room boss, Rens, the usual, okay? You let me know when the jury is ready. And in the meantime, I'm checking if you can hear me loud and clear. And if you would let us know if in any way there is not a good sound or not good visuals. Will you do so, Rens? Thank you.
Yes, I will.
Thank you very much. I see the thumbs of 2 jury members from Anna Maria and Björn. Thank you. Also see Emmanuel. Vivian, still scoring. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, please give a special applause after already a couple of hours, after waiting, after 10 startups, to AgriLife. Give them a warm applause. Thank you very much. Here we go.
I was born and raised in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, a city that suffers from a high rate of pollution and poverty, which is caused by poor waste management and high cost of animal feed. Not having a proper way to dispose of the trash is causing immense harm to the environment. The city is covered in trash and people are exposed to diseases. There are rats and other vermin running around the street. At an early age, I knew I wanted to be part of the solution and started collecting, composting, and selling some of the organic waste. Hi, I am Constantine Edward, the founder and managing director of AgriLife, an impact company that uses black soldier fly larvae to turn organic waste into nutritious animal feed for poultry farmers. AgriLife is solving this problem by converting this problematic excess organic waste into alternative protein for animal feed. It takes black soldier fly just over a week to turn this food waste into a harvestable protein, sustainably, cost-effectively, and with zero wastage. We sell the resulting protein at $1 per kilogram to poultry farmers. Our business model is by selling dried protein to 3.7 million poultry farmers in Tanzania. Since March 2020, we have processed over 50 tons of organic waste, produced over 15 tons of alternative protein, and generated $8,000 in revenue. Poultry farmers are not happy with their current protein source. They do not see the value in the feed they are currently getting from other suppliers. Their production costs are too high and they need protein source that is more affordable. AgriLife provides feed at an affordable price that reduces farmer production costs by 40 to 30%. AgriLife uses zero waste cycle system to realize environmental sustainable and climate resilient insect protein production that is less dependent on land and water and can be adapted to the climate. We are competitive in terms of patenting progress, zero waste raw materials, and high scalability. We did a survey to more than 200 poultry farmers, 10 feed millers, and 2 feed companies, and come to realize that feed millers and feed companies are being forced to turn away customers because they do not have enough feed to meet the growing demand for chicken feed. Despite of the poultry farmers always in search for the best quality, performance, and cost-efficient feed for their chicken, they are also frustrated that they can't get the protein they need for their chick. Our financial projection for 1 year is to generate a profit of $23,000. That will be possible by selling 6 tons of feed protein to more than 1,200 poultry farmers per year at an average price of $1 per kilogram. We predict the amount of feed from our project will increase from 1 to 2 tons per month in the second year and up to 5 tons per month in the third year. Every single year, we collect 36 tons of organic waste from fruit and vegetable market and feed it to our insect. And by this, we are reducing more than 100 metric tons of carbon dioxide emission from the environment. Currently, we are a team of 4 award-winning co-founders with more than 6 years of experience in insect farming, agriculture, economic, and management, with a core objective of reducing more than 100 metric tons of carbon dioxide emission while providing employment to more than 40 youth and women through our outgrow model. That alone will increase our annual profit to $23,000 by 2022. Lastly, my name is Konstantin Edward. We're AgriLife, and we are truly helping to sustainably feed the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, AgriLife. Please give them a warm applause. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. Here we go. And here we go. So, Konstantin, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Thank you. We can hear you clearly. Jury members, are you ready for the questions?
Yes.
Yep. Rens, do you have the 5-minute timer ready?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Jury, please proceed.
Hi, Konstantin. I'm going first. So I was wondering, how far are you in your journey? Like, do you have a plant, or what are the current issues?
Yeah, thank you very much, Anna, for the question. Actually, currently we are in a capacity to produce more than 1 ton of alternative protein per month. So we have like 3 greenhouses that we are working on. So it's like our plant for now. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Jury, any questions?
You said you have a patent. Isn't in your country pending, or where do you file? Where do you file the patent?
Yeah, thank you. So the patent actually is in my country, and what we're patenting is a technology within the black soldier fly. So we have come to innovate something that tremendously increase our production capacity, and that is more than 70%. So what the technology it does is that it reduces the pupation period for black soldier fly. So that is from a pupa to insect. Normally it takes around 60 to 30 days, but with our technology it takes only 10 days. So yeah, we're in progress to patent that technology. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Jury, any questions?
Okay, in the last presentation, we heard that it was $18 per 50 kilograms. Are you higher or lower than this price?
Yes, I think I'm higher so because I'm operating in different countries. So I'm in Tanzania. So in my market, so my competitors are the soybean and fish meal. So for the fish meal, they sell $1.2 per kilogram, and for the fish meal, they sell $1.3 per kilogram, and for the soybean, they sell 1.2. So I'm selling one, so I'm cheaper than the alternative that I'm having. So I don't want to sell too much cheaper because I'm already affordable for the current market price. Thank you.
Jury, any questions? Björn, Vivian, Anna Maria, Emmanuel.
Is there any like local competition in Tanzania currently?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we have two companies that are operating in my country. So one is Novo Food, and then the other is called Biobu, that are doing the same what we are doing. But we are different in a way that one is a technology that I have spoken that has tremendous increase our production capacity. And also we have an advantage because what we are doing, we are adding value addition to poultry farmers. So it's not about selling them food only. We have a track system that are sending them an SMS, like an alert, when we have like an eruption diseases in poultry. So we alert them, and also we alert them in case of anything that is related to poultry. And through that system, they can even contact us and we give free poultry services. So they enjoy our services, and many of customers, they come to us because of we are valuing them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Jury, any more questions?
No more questions. No questions for me. I'm okay.
Thank you, Anna Maria.
No, thanks.
Thank you, Björn. Thank you, Vivian.
Thank you too.
Okay, thank you very much, AgriLife. Please give AgriLife a very warm applause.
Thank you.
Wow, 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 wow. Well, 11 pitches in the global grand final in the theme food systems. From what I have seen, good luck to the jury, I would say, because I've seen 11 very strong pitches from my personal perspective, but hey, I'm just the moderator. I'm also very happy that everything worked out technically. For me personally, it's the first time that I'm moderating in the ClimateLaunchpad a session online. But since this is recorded, I would like to take the opportunity to put the spotlight on the central team, because they have made it very easy for us to do this, and a very overseeable PowerPoints. They usually don't get much of the credits. They have been working extremely hard to make this work. So if you would all put your screens on, I would like to start with giving the central team a warm applause for this, because for me, this was easy. And I think all of you have shined. Yeah, so thank you very much to the central team. To me, this was amazing. It was a bit scary, like, whoop, how's that gonna go? I'm very happy. Secondly, I would like to thank our jury members, very much so. Thank you for your questions all over the place. You're gonna have a hard time for judging after the startups have left this room. And of course, last but not least, the startups as a trainer in the ClimateLaunchpad. Wow. So I think you should all be very proud. I'm very on behalf of all the trainers, because of course this is something of the training team, and I think all trainers would be very proud of you. Of course, you did this yourself, and there was only a small room for the trainers. But from that perspective, I have seen 11 fantastic pitches. I think you all gave your best, and we could all hear you. We could all hear you really well. So I hope it was fun for you too. I'm looking at the room boss, Rens de Rooij. Before Rens will ask you to leave the room, there's probably still something to say. As you know, the announcement of the final top 16 will be tomorrow. That will, I don't have the time right away at hand. So Rens, I think that's at 12 o'clock, right? Do you know that?
I'm not sure. I have a small closing video.
Don't worry, then don't say it. Then don't say it, because then they can look that up. You will find it on the website or whatever. And Rens, you still have a closure video, right? Is that okay? Are you ready for that one?
I will share my screen.
Stop. 1 second. And are the startups leaving after that video, or how are we
Yes.
going to do this procedural? Yeah,
They will leave.
Okay. So then give Rens or Roombas a round of applause for guiding us through this. Thank you very much.
That's it. Great job, teams. You pitched your socks off and the semifinals are now done. Fingers crossed. I wish you could all make it to the grand final, but it's not on me, it's on the jury. The top 2 teams from each topic win access to the grand final. There are 2 wildcards for teams that did not end up in the top 2, but impressed the jury anyway. That makes 16 teams to battle out for the global win, and all top 16 teams get access to the ClimateLaunchpad Accelerator. You can now relax for a bit, but if you feel restless and want to prepare for the grand final, practice the Q&A part, as the judges in the grand final are even more driven to ask some difficult questions. So that's maybe something you can prepare a little bit more on. You can watch your Q&A from the semifinals tomorrow at 9 CEST online, as we will put all pitches on our global final website. Feel free to share the link with everyone in your network, on your social channels, your family, just everybody. Tomorrow we start at noon CEST, and former ClimateLaunchpad participants will then share their stories and let you in on their secrets to success, lessons learned, and also mistakes that are made. And of course, we will announce the top 16 teams. Thank you for your great work today. Get some rest, and I'll see you tomorrow.